Hi, it's Steve here from SMC County Garage SEAT. Now today I'm going to show you around one of my favourite cars at the moment, and this is a Cupra Formentor, and this particular version is finished in Glacier White, and this is powered with the 1.5 turbo petrol engine. It's a V2 specification, so you have these beautiful alloy wheels, and this one has only covered 15,900 miles. Now I'm going to spend a couple of minutes and I'm going to walk you through the car. I'm going to show you some of the highlights and features that this one has, and I'm also going to explain how some of the technology works. Now I think this is arguably the best combination that you have. There's a lot of black ones out there, there's a lot of dark grey ones out there, but on a beautiful morning like we've got today, it really looks very, very striking in metallic white. Now let's get inside and show you some of the car's interior features. Now the first thing you notice are these beautiful leather seats and also the soft touch of the material on the dashboard. As I pan round, you can see that they're sports leather heated seats, and it's a one-piece rear section, so they grab and hold you very, very well on a very cold morning like we've had over the last few days. They're heated, so when you arm the heated seats, they heat up very, very quickly. Moving into the rear, it has a real feel of quality with the leather seats. You also have Isofix fixings for car seats. You also have a rear air conditioning outlet, including a thermostat, so you can actually set the temperature for the rear air conditioning when you're in the back, so no cooling through to the front. If you're hot or cold, you can adjust that yourself. That's a nice feature. You also have a center armrest, which, if I can hold the phone and pull this down, there we go, and then you also have an access port that would allow you space into the boot as well. Now the Cupra looks great, I think, from all angles, particularly striking from the rear, where you're welcomed with the lighting and the badging. You also have a reversing camera, and I'll show you that in a moment. Now the boot gives you the option of a twin height setup, so as it is at the moment, the boot is in its higher level, so it's virtually flat. So if you are going to be carrying four-legged friends in the back, they're not having to jump over a big lip. You also have the option of lifting up this floor, and if I do this, you're greeted with, this was an option, but a space saver spare wheel, and that's really nice. So if you do have a puncture, you do have something to replace it with. And this also benefits with having the sound system upgrade. So under there was actually a subwoofer for the stereo system. So then if I pull the floor back, it then drops down a few inches, which makes the boot deeper. So if you're carrying larger objects, boxes and things that you don't want to move around, that helps to make the boot a larger system. And then on the left and right, respectively, you can fold the seats forward, or, there we go, pop that through, and it gives you access into the rear of the car. If I also pull this lever here, then you can drop the seats forward, and that's the same on both sides. So it gives you quite a lot of versatility. Now if I put the floor back into its higher position, you can see that the boot floor running down, if I get lower, it sits almost flat. Now we get to the important bit, and we come up to the front. So you've got the lovely multifunction leather steering wheel, you've got, say, these gorgeous leather seats, and on the driver's side they are also electrically operated, and you have the memory function. So 3-position memory setup, but you have electrical adjustment for the whole thing on the driver's side. So front and back, the rear back section, and also lumbar adjustment as well. On the driver's door, you've got your electric windows and electric mirror setup, and then you can also set the car to power fold the wing mirrors in when you lock the car, or you can do it when you're actually in and driving. Now if I just come down a little lower, you can see you've got twin illumination here. So you've got one light that runs across the driver's door and one just above the electric window setup. Now we're inside, you're greeted with the what we call a digital dashboard. So if you like to personalize the view to see what's important for you really, so you can set that by adjusting the view button on the steering wheel, and then you also have the paddle shift for the automatic gearbox if you would like to drive the car in more of a manual sequential mode. Left for going down the gears, right for going up the gears, and then you also have the option of a heated steering wheel, and that is lovely. Can also get too hot at times, so I don't tend to put mine on much above heating position 1 or 2. There you've got your auto lights and also your fog light setup. And then as we move across to the media system, this is where you can set your heated seats. So the front 2 seats are heated. You've got the usual radio setup with FM and DAB. You have built-in satellite navigation, but if you prefer, like I do, I tend to use Google Maps. I think I've just got used to it over the years. So I've set up my mobile phone so I can show you. And now we're displaying Apple's CarPlay. And depending on what apps you download to your phone, if there is a car version, then it will run across and display on the media screen. It's very clever because it will also allow you to display, in this case, Google Maps, but you can still control the car's heating and ventilation system through the Apple CarPlay setup. So you can duck in and duck out accordingly. Now pushing the picture of the car there brings you into the driving assistance modes, and in here you've got the parking subheading, which is for your park assist or your park distance control. The smart assistance, now that runs you through either your traction control, the start stop system, adaptive cruise control, the front radar assist. This car is technical. And then the last one is your driving alert. So dynamic road sign display, you can have the eco monitor and the tiredness alert as well. You can change the driving profiles from a normal mode to a sports mode or an individual setup. And something that is very nice in these say darker hours of us driving, you can adjust how bright the lights are in the driver's doors and also in behind the media system. So, and you can change the colors accordingly. Now you can change the views, and you can also access the individual menus from here as well. Now as we drop down, we can also see you've got your 2 USB-Cs as well as a wireless phone charger. So now I'm just going to grab my phone. There we go. Now if I pop my phone in there, now I've got a case on my phone, but it is only it's a fairly thin case. But what it will do is when the phone is in the slot and it recognizes it, it'll actually alert you and tell you that the car, there we go, it's now charging my phone even through the case. So no messy cables to worry about because the Android Auto and the Apple CarPlay is wireless, and that also allows you to charge it as well. It's a real nice minimal display there. So no handbrake because it's the electronic version, and a short stubby little gear lever, which if I knock into reverse, you can see how big and clear the reversing camera is. So you have on this model parking sensors all the way around, 360-degree parking sensors and a reversing camera. Not forgetting this one will also give you the option of self-parking, but I haven't got the confidence to show you that whilst holding the phone, and I would probably make a mess of it. Now, I hope you like the video. Sorry I've gone on for a while. There's an awful lot of specification on this car to talk about, but I think it's important for you to see what you could be buying. I hope you like the video. As I say, if we can help any further, or you think you'd like to talk about this car in more detail, give us a thumbs up, give us a comment, and if you want to buy the car, please get in touch. Thanks a lot for watching. Until the next one, bye for now.